Good evening. Today on 19.5, I'm here with Valentine Forcher, President of Columbus Veteran, host of the 2025 NVT. The tournament is going to be taking place in Cincinnati, Ohio, August 28th, in 2 months through September 1st, which is Labor Day weekend. And I'm also here with Elise Denga. Gentlemen, the platform is yours. Could you please introduce yourselves?
So good evening once more. Again, my name is Valentine Forcher, President of the Columbus Veteran Soccer Club. It's a pleasure for you receiving us today, Trillion. Um, again, Columbus Veterans hosting the NVT 2025. Thank you.
Hello, hi, my name is Elizindinga. I'm privileged to be the tournament manager of the NVT 10th anniversary as well, NVT edition 2025, again with the 10th anniversary. Um, Truly, Lion, thank you very much for having us today, and I hope our conversation will be constructive with the goal of helping people understand what we have done so far and how we're moving.
Exactly. I do appreciate you guys. It's my first time actually getting to know you guys, and it's my pleasure. I know you guys do a lot of things for the community already. That's why your team, the Columbus Veterans, has actually entrusted you guys to lead them. Before we start, why Cincinnati, Ohio? I mean, any of you guys can answer this question.
I'll let the president start.
So thank you for that question. Great question. Actually, the tournament is in Westchester, very close to Cincinnati. When Columbus Veteran won the bid to host the NVD 2025, we had promised the NVD community that we're going to give them the best that they've never had before. And giving them the best is not only giving them the best nightlife they will ever expect, but also giving them the best playground that they will ever um, um, have played on so far. So it was a tough decision moving to Cincinnati. Um, my entire community in Columbus would have hoped to keep it, but again, Ohio in general is hosting. It's all about community. Um, we choose the Voice of America Athletic Complex. If you watch the videos that we've posted before, it's one of the best complex in the entire United States. And I think NVT is moving in the direction that we need complexes like these that can not only accommodate us playing soccer, but also having the cultural activities that we as a community want to showcase when we host event like this one.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. It's all about sacrifices, right?
Yep.
And
Yep.
the reason I'm talking about sacrifices is because you guys are traveling. I mean, how far is the commute for you guys to organize this? Mr. Denga, you actually, Elise.
Yes. Yes. It's about an hour and a half from Columbus. So we're moving the headquarters to Westchester from Columbus. About, like I said, it's about an hour and a half, almost 80 mile. From where most of us live in Columbus. But I wanted to point out that the president is very humble. Under his leadership, it wasn't an easy decision, as he mentioned, to move that from Columbus. Understand that our club exists in Columbus, all the infrastructures are there, but because the president wanted to make sure that the whole complex, meaning the soccer part and the entertainment part, were taken care of, not based on what Columbus wanted, but based on the general and the group. Um, um, what I would say, I would say basically he had the group in mind, right? So wanted to make sure that all our guests feel comfortable, that we have a beautiful experience, what we call the Columbus experience. And so, though we fought with him, it was like, no, guys, let me make sure, these guys, enjoy this tournament. And it doesn't matter to me if we have to take it to Cincinnati or Cleveland or wherever, as long as the whole NVT, this whole unit, this whole group can enjoy this tournament, I'm going to be okay with that. And so we did the sacrifice that goes with it. So Cincinnati is an hour and a half, but I can tell you through Lion that we could have gone uh, to Cleveland, which is probably 2.5 hours from Columbus.
Oh wow! Oh wow! And for those who don't understand how much of a sacrifice that is, just think about driving, leaving your family, because you guys are family guys. You guys are fathers and all that, husbands. I suppose for the most part, because when I say you guys, I'm not only talking about you two, right? I'm talking
Correct.
about the whole NVT entourage. So leaving your homes, leaving your families behind, just to go and organize a tournament an hour and a half, because for most hosts, you guys have the advantage while that you are at home. But now you also have to incur charges like those traveling, the hotel rooms and all that, the travel tickets and stuff like that. So for me, that's a big, uh, 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 that's actually a big sacrifice. Now let's talk a little bit about logistics, because believe it or not, as early as like as late as yesterday or so, I was talking to this guy, and he told me that he still had his ticket booked for Columbus, Ohio. I'm like, man, you need to call the airlines and start making changes, because when people hear Columbus veteran, they might go ahead and book a flight as if they are going to Columbus, Ohio, instead of making sure that they are going to. I think the airport code is CVG, because I think I booked my hotel and my flight already. So could you please
Correct.
just give us the accessibility? I mean, logistics, when someone arrives or someone is planning to book their flight, just make sure that they know that they are booking their flights to the right destination.
Go
Thank
ahead,
you.
please.
Thank you for that, True Lions. Again, that's something that we had some concern and had made those adjustments. You see the flyers going out. The three hotels. You have the Cincinnati Municipal Airport, the LUK, which is about 25 miles from the Voice of America Athletic Complex, and you have the CVG, which is 36 miles. That's the Cincinnati Northern Kentucky International Airport, which is the major airport close to that location. That is about 36 miles away from VOA. And you also have the Dayton International Airport, which is like 46 miles. So, yes, those are the closest airports that you can actually book your flight. So, we encourage people to go through those airports in making
Okay,
the reservations.
okay,
Yep.
and it means they have a variety, right? Because you can go and shop for cheap tickets and see which one is the cheapest, and then you will be at least or at most 40 minutes, 45 minutes from whatever location. It's just like when we went to Atlanta. When you land in Atlanta, and then you have to go to Gwinnett. It
Yep.
was
Yep. Yep. Yep.
basically
Yep. Yep. And True Lion, what I want to say also with what the president just shared with you as far as the distance, it comes with the hotel, right? It talks about a certain amount of minutes from Cincinnati Airport, Dayton Airport, for that matter, even Columbus Airport. So, but we pretty much advise, our guests, we pretty much advise our brothers when they travel, they can, stay at we have bunch of hotel at the Cincinnati area, which probably going to be what, 5 minutes from the field. They can they
uh-huh.
can they can do that. They can also choose to be closer to the nightlife. The nightlife would be about probably 5 to 10 minutes from the Dayton airport, right? Or they can choose to remain in the middle, where they can commute about 12 and a half, 13 minutes to go to get to the park, where the soccer will be happening, and about 15 minutes to the nightlife, area. So basically, Columbus is all about options. The Columbus experience is all about options. So we making sure for those who really want to enjoy, and we know what people enjoy, they can stay closer to the nightlife facility, or for those who wants to just focus on soccer and a little bit of fun, can go closer to the VOA. And for those who wants to do both, they can be in the middle.
You're right, Mr. Elise. When I go to these tournaments, like I will give you my experience. My experience in because the last one I went was in Gwinnett. Believe me or not, the only time I went out for the nightlife was on Friday. The other times, I actually just made sure that I went to bed by 1 o'clock because for those who really love soccer, the games actually are being played very early in the morning. Then you want to have enough rest because imagine you're spending 8 hours on the field under that sun. So you want to make sure that you have enough rest, so that you don't get exhausted and all that.
Yep.
Now let's get a little bit into the logistics, right? Because I was talking to some NVT members in the WhatsApp forum, and I was trying to get some questions and answers. I mean, some questions from them, so I can throw it to you guys. And this one, any of you guys can actually answer, or both of you guys can answer. It was about the prices. They told me that the vendors were selling fish because when you go to this event, you see the Cameroon cuisine. Some of us are not privileged or are not in cities where you get roasted fish all the time. But I remember this lady came from Canada and she did fish like it was amazing, right? But a lot of people were complaining that when they went to Minnesota, the least amount of fish they could buy was $50, and it was because the organizers were charging higher hosting prices for the vendors. So the vendors had to look for ways to make up their money. Have you guys learned from this experiences, or have you guys encountered such questions from those who will be visiting for the fans?
Go ahead, Prezi.
Yes. So thanks for that question, True Lion. Again, I know that comes up all the time, and Columbus in particular, we're keeping an eye on that. Um, that's a big concern, even when they have meeting with the NAP, and the pricing that Columbus is pricing the vendors is lower than what we experience at Minnesota. Again, the goal is price control is something that, as we all know, sometimes difficult to track, but we will have people on the ground. We had the Midwest and we did not see that. Price was pretty much stable. So that just gives us the Midwest was kind of a little blueprint on how we plan to execute at the NVT level. And that's something that we paying very close attention to and making sure even the prices that we're giving vendors are within an average based on the previous NVDs. So we took all those into consideration while even setting prices for the vendors.
Okay.
And to add to what the president it's saying, you know, True Lion, at the end of the day, Columbus is interested in making sure, this cultural event, because yes, I, I said it, cultural event, because at the end of the day, we're playing soccer, but, we all family. We know each other, and we bring our wives, our kids, and it become a cultural event. At the end of the day, we want to make sure everybody eat good food. So we focus as much as we focusing on the pricing for vendor, because we're very sensitive to the fact that people, spend money to be here with us and bring some food, but we also understand how the cost of living grows pretty much every year. The cost of living goes up, but we're trying to keep that. But at the end of the day, the focus is to make sure that you have people can have access to good food at a reasonable price. So that's really the key. And we're going to use this venue to talk again, to send this message to our vendor, those who uh, who listen to us tonight, that at the end of the day, sharing the skill of cooking soya meat, anything else, is more important than trying to make another $20 plus on top of your profit already because you see few people in front of you. Let's keep this stuff really cultural and let's enjoy each other.
Oh, thank you for that, Ulysses. I do appreciate that. I spoke to one vendor who already assured me that the prices, your prices, are actually good because he was in Minnesota. I don't know if you guys know a freestyle
Yes.
is actually a friend of mine. So he
Yes.
told me that the prices actually look good, and I plan to have him next week. You know, on this forum so that we can keep talking about this event because, as I told you guys earlier, my whole idea is that we need to let people know what we are doing because I think that we are selling ourselves short. We are giving so much, we are providing so much, we are building, we are doing so many events in the communities. So we actually have to be heard. Now, for those who are not decided yet, because believe me or not, we have 4 days, right? At least 10,000 people coming through those gates for all the 4 days. You know, that's a lot of people. But for those who are still undecided, I want you guys to make a pitch. I mean, what are they coming to? What are you guys preparing for us, myself included?
So when it comes to the Columbus experience, again, this tournament we call it the Columbus experience. The Columbus experience because we're giving you our heart. We're giving you um, not only the soccer tournament, not only the nightlife, but an environment where people can come in and feel like home. Yes, we want you to move from maybe if you live in Chicago and you're in Columbus, you just in another room in your house. That's basically what we do. So we have pretty much everything from entertainment. We on Friday, for example, just to give you a quick example, on Friday, we the Columbus experience came up with something that never happened before. On Friday, we're going to have the All Afro Night, okay, where people can come in, with their traditional dance. We have a traditional, artist, called Tataking Malachi II. For those who have seen him, tremendous guy. The guy has the energy and so on. So those are the kind of things that we bring in for the first time in the NVT. We talk. I'm talking with um, Grand Pro, Jumet, and we're working on the female game. We believe that the NVT is not longer just the main thing; it become inclusive. Women travel with their kid, with their husband. So, and we also have women. We come from Cameroon. Women go to the stadium with us, so they can play with us as well. So we're gonna have the first female game, happening also uh, this tournament, and of course, the enjoyment at the field. The village is incredible. The village is incredible. I'm telling you, you know we keep building on the programming, so people really, for those who wants to watch the game, they can go watch the game. For those who wants to see some entertainment, they can do so. And talking about entertainment, I'm gonna close here. One thing that I wanted to talk about, True Lion, Columbus got into this, especially on the nightlife, on the Saturday white party. We're coming with a deficit of confidence. What I mean by that, for the past five edition, our guests, all our members felt like, oh, you know what, this thing they keep promising us, on Saturday, we're gonna party until 4 o'clock in the morning, to just show up and not even getting a table. So that's the deficit of confidence that Columbus, is going in, not because of our fault, but because the previous edition, um, have not delivered to the expectation of the nightlife, and it's not even their fault either, because they use infrastructures that for some reason ends at 2 o'clock in the morning. So it's not that. But in Columbus, we can guarantee, and the NEC for that matter was able to look at our facility. We will be there until 6 o'clock. We have one facility for 3 days, and it's going to be just amazing. And I'm pretty sure the president has some additional things that they want to share about that.
Thank you so much for that. You just said it all, Mr. Elise. Again, Columbus coming with that deficit. I know people keep asking, people keep wondering, is it going to happen? That hall is open all 3 days till 6 a.m. It can go even to 8. So that's something that Columbus is bringing exceptional. We want people to come out. We want people, if you leave the field and say, I need to take a nap and show up at 1, 2 a.m., you still have your table secured. You still have the fun that you're expecting to have. And just going back to the field, we're having a stage. We'll be having live music. So some entertainment, what our kids and our women can enjoy. It's not NVT is past just soccer. The community, our kids. So there's a lot of programs we're still putting together with respect to making sure that people not only fly in Ohio and go back, but said there was an experience that they would take with them from Westchester.
Okay, thank you for that, Valentine. Before I actually continue, there's another important question I want to ask. Let me just go ahead and play the video that you guys provided so people can have a feel, right? Can already feel that atmosphere, because when you guys are talking about the facility, the VOA facility, some people might just be thinking it's just another, soccer center, but they don't know what will be hitting them in the face, right? Because I saw the images, I saw the video. They can host. They have actually about 25 fields. Is it 25 fields?
Yep.
Yeah, that's a lot. So let me go ahead and play this video for those who are watching to have a peek.
5, proudly hosted by the Columbus Veterans, is bringing the heat. 48 teams from across the USA and Canada are coming to Ohio for an epic tournament. Games kick off in Westchester, while all the unforgettable parties light up Dayton. August 28th, guest welcome and leadership meetings. August 29th, live music, soccer tap challenge, and Afro Heritage Night. Wear it loud and dance it proud. August 30, cultural showcases, karaoke, and the all-white extravaganza. August 31st, DJ versus Hype Man battle and the prestigious awards gala. September 1st, we close with a sizzling live barbecue from 11 to 3. This is more than just a tournament. It's culture, unity, and celebration. Only at NVT Ohio 2025.
Okay, let me go ahead and show. I had another video for you guys just to see like the facilities. Here is the video. The video is playing.
Voice of America to host NVT 2025. Kamaya, the beauty of the complex.
So I guess this video was taken when you guys just visited lately, right?
This video was taken yesterday.
Oh, okay. Okay, so as you guys can see, everything is clean. Everything is clean, well organized. You got some shades, and they're gonna be. This is not actually. You cannot see maybe the village from here, but the village will be somewhere else where you can have your African food and different things. If I'm right, guys, correct me if I'm right.
You're very correct. The village is at the back, where he started. So the village is at the back of this building.
Okay. Yeah, but believe me, guys, this is a very, very beautiful soccer center. As we were saying, you can see the numerations. It's right up to 25. You have actually 25 fields. So this thing is huge. This thing is actually huge. So let's move forward, okay, and continue talking about this event. We might take another 10 minutes. But as I continue to say, right, we have enough time to go back and forth. We are 2 months out. So there's enough time, maybe weekly or bi-weekly, to come back on this platform, give up some development, some updates and all that, all yours. This is your platform. All I need for you guys to do is just subscribe, comment, follow this platform. Let's give a shout out to Nkoli Esapa, who is actually watching right now. There's also Mr. Eno watching. There's also Hilary Fanny watching. So we thank you guys, for joining and watching this event as Columbus prepare for NVT 2025? I was just going to ask about the cleaning, okay? Because one of the problems we have had when we have such events is cleaning. You know, a lot of people come, not that everybody does it, you know, by purpose, but where you have 2,000, 3,000 people coming in a day in such a big stadium, it's gonna be difficult, you know, to stop trashing. So how are you guys preparing in order to clean up these facilities? Especially we're gonna have events Friday, Saturday, Sunday. How would you guys clean up, you know, the facilities? How are you guys actually preparing for such a tournament?
You want to go with that?
Yes, yeah, True Lion. As the president mentioned, yesterday was probably the sixth the sixth trip we made to that facility, and the goal is to ensure that you know cleaning and safety, which are the two major topic that Columbus is working on, are ensured. Right? We want people that will leave their home, their state, to come here, enjoy the moment, and go back home. So the safety is our number one. I know you talk about cleaning, but I'm trying to merge the two of them. So it's very very crucial, important to every single member of our group here in Columbus uh, um, to help within that moment, because security, it's something that will make or break this event. So we're good on that. When it comes to cleaning, I want to make sure people understand that throughout the facility, we have more than 20 portable, uh, uh,
But
portable, yes, restrooms. And the difference from what we've seen before is that we have a partnership with the park itself. So the park has their cleaners, and we have our cleaners. And if you look in the past, sometimes some of these portable toilets, will stay for 3 days with the same business that is in there. Okay, but what Columbus is doing, every single day, it will be emptied, it will be clean. Every 2 hours, we have a cleaning crew that goes there to keep it fresh. Okay, and this is to address everyone concerned, but in particular our wives and our daughters. We had a good feedback from our wives and daughter, and we respond to it. So more than 20 portable toilets will be there. The cleaning crew is there, but we also, when it comes to the village and throughout the whole facility, you're going to see some trash can throughout the facility. We encourage our member to come in, all the participant, all our guests, to put all the trash in the can. And again, every 2 hours, we have within our club a manager that will be in charge of that, and his team. Again, a team of probably 10 people will be working on making sure that all the trash are picked up on the very, 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 constant basis. Okay, so that part is also taken care of. And I know the president, was there also yesterday and coordinate some work with those guys. And Prezi, if you want to, add a few things there.
yeah, thank you, Mr. Elise, for that. Again, the cleaning, it's a contract also with the pack. The pack have their cleaning crew. I hear Mr. Elise said every 2 hours is every hour. The cleaning crew go around to clean the porta johns. And added to the porta johns, they have, you see the building that you just showed, the two large male and female toilets in there. There's a family restroom in that same building. So it's not just porta johns. I will tell you, every 10 steps you see porta johns lining all over. Beautiful place. So with respect to the trash coming from the village, again, the Midwest tournament was a good experience, was pretty much a good lesson learned that we take into NVD. at the mini tournament, we had a private company took out trash every early in the morning, so the park was clean and ready to go the next day. So we're working on making sure that is also put in place to make sure you get there in the morning. There should be no trash for the previous day. So that's something we're very cleaning and safety, just like Mr. Elise said, we're taking that very seriously.
Yeah, I do appreciate you guys, Mr. President Forcha and Elise. You guys are actually setting up the standard, and I do love that because we are not doing it this only for the present, right? We're doing it for the future. And 10 years of NVT means that we've gathered some experience. It means that we have learned from our mistakes. And I like when Elise talked about security, because one thing that I also want, if that's possible, right? I'm proposing if you guys can come up also with flyers, I can help maybe do that.
Okay.
Security when it comes to drinking, okay? If we drink and we feel that we cannot handle the steering, those the hotels from those places are not far, right? So we should even encourage people, don't drive if you're coming to the field, because we know, our people, don't drive, just take an Uber, you know come to the field, leave your car where it is, even if you're in the field and you feel like you cannot drive back, take an Uber, because we want safety, we want this event to be successful. So I do like when you guys actually do say that. And also maybe also for the toilets, sometimes in those toilets, if we have like just some service guys who clean the toilet and out there service, they can put out those little tip bags where they can receive like tips, $1 here, $2 here. That actually goes a long way. But I do appreciate what you guys are doing so far, trying to make the tournament better, trying to set up a standard. Before I go to the next question, I want to shout out to Carol Malik. He's always, I don't know if you guys know him, but he's a veteran, great great guy. He always also talks and promote football. Let me see what he says. We'll be there in the village. It's a big and beautiful as. Oh, he's asking a question: is if the village is as big and beautiful as the Gwinnett village and the Minnesota village? That's a question for you guys to answer.
My answer would be let him come. Make sure when he get his ticket, he keep the receipt. He comes to Columbus. If he's disappointed, to see me, and I will give him his money back.
Let me answer for you. Let me answer Carol, I've seen the images. I've gone. I did my research. It takes 25. It has 25 soccer fields. So I can already tell you it's better than that of Gwinnett. I can tell you that is better than that of Gwinnett, because when I look at even the way the host, where they have those toilets and all that, is bigger than that of Gwinnett. But again, it's a healthy competition we're talking about, right? It's all NVT. It's a standard that Gwinnett actually set up for others to follow. And we saw what Minnesota did. And now we go into Columbus or Cincinnati, Ohio, to be more precise. And we shall see what they have to do. Now, gentlemen, I do understand there's a soccer game going on. United States playing Mexico. Some of you guys want to watch. I mean, except you guys have something else to talk about. I don't want to hold anyone back. But as I said, this is just the beginning. We have 2 months to go. We can do this whenever you guys want. If you guys have updates, we can do 30 minutes here. We can do 10 minutes, 15 minutes here. This is your platform. You guys have anything else to say?
Want to go and I conclude, Mr. Oliver?
Yeah, I wanted to again. I want to extend, a warm invitation to all the teams, all their family. Again, we move from the soccer to the cultural event. So please bring your wife, your kid, your mother-in-law, your father, your father-in-law. Bring all the family. We have a lot of space. We're gonna host them here, and it's gonna be a good thing. So please make sure you reserve your table for the Saturday white party, because the tables are selling fast and they're gonna be gone. And I also want to conclude here by giving a big shout out to the Columbus Veteran Soccer Club, the club, we're from. These guys, they're working tirelessly, to make this happening. So, guys, if you're out there, man, keep up the work, and we're gonna be at the end. We're probably gonna get another 1738.
So, thank you so much, Mr. Elizabeth. Thank you, Trillion. Again, I want to use this opportunity to thank President Vali Esaka and his exco. We've been in constant contact and we've learned a lot. All the advices, I just talked to him this morning, and again, we're counting on that support. All the presidents, we're counting. Columbus is counting on everybody's support to make sure that we give our community what it deserves. The Event Connect, again, if you book in your hotel, we're pushing things in the middle. So make sure you get to the platform. Thanks to Gino for making this happen. Again, questions get to Columbus, get to Gino. Event Connect has been a platform that we're trying to, as this group continue to grow, those are the kind of areas that we're looking at, making sure that we're all on same page with some of those things. Again, Columbus is ready. Thanks to my Columbus team. Thanks to everybody that showed up yesterday. We keep making visits because we want to familiarize ourselves with that complex as we plan to give NVT what it has not had before. So once more, thank you all for watching, and we're waiting for you all in Columbus come Labor Day weekend. Thank you.
And one last question: Who's Gino? Maybe it seems as if that's a resourceful guy. Who's Gino?
Gino, you will say that silly there. Gino is with New Boys Veteran Club in Minnesota. He's been so resourceful when it comes to especially the soccer game. He's the machine behind putting out the schedule together with the operations committee. So he's part of that, being led by our honorable VP. So Gino is the soccer guy when it comes to soccer, and the Midwest, he was the mastermind with making sure that the soccer games take place in time. Very big resource for NVD, very big
Okay,
resource for this community. So one
okay.
more shout out to Gino. Thank you.
So I think I need to get Gino and Evaristus on this platform so that they can throw some more light on what they are actually doing. But as I did say, I do appreciate you guys, and this is your platform. Anytime, let's do it. I expect to see you guys in 2 months' time. And it was refreshing actually having you guys on this platform and discussing matters that concern our communities. Thank you very much, Mr. Valentine Focha, and thank you, Elise Denga.
Thank you, True
Thank
Lion.
you so much. Thank you.